You know, I've actually had this particular shirt for a long time. And it says QK, but this is how you abbreviate the word Cuca for Cuca Lake. And you can actually get this shirt at, hold on a second. I have no idea if you can read this, but it's from the only place. It's actually right at Cuca Lake. Actually, probably not the best way to, start the video by turning your back to the camera. But, I've had this shirt for a long time, and the material breathes about as nice as that Melzinga Tap House shirt. But when I first put it on, it kind of brought some feelings back. Feelings I don't think I ever actually would have said on camera. But I think it's about time I go into some detail with that. I mean, I'm not going all into the nitty-gritty, but you definitely need to know something. See, if I was given this shirt years ago, I would have thanked that person who gave me this shirt, or this particular kind of shirt. But I would have thought two things at the same time. The first was, this is the sort of shirt that if I had a girlfriend, I would give it to. Which is still true. If I had a girlfriend, I would totally give him a shirt like this. Give her a shirt like this. Because obviously it would be a girl, obviously. Why are they going into detail with that? I don't know. And the other thing is, several years ago, I didn't really look very good. I mean, to put things into perspective, I never really want to talk about this because it's something that I see a lot of other people go through, but, I never really want to get into this myself. And that is, I was on a weight loss journey myself. Now, I should explain, I never looked bad. At least to most people. But when you hear several family members saying that you don't look very good, especially when they themselves don't really look that great either, it gets to you. To put things into perspective, the final straw started to hit to me when my father expressed his concerns after, believe it or not, having dinner at Lib's, which, we had dinner at Lib's, what'd you expect? But the final, straw, the final nail in the coffin that made me think, okay, I gotta fix how I look and make myself better, was back in August of 2014. Now, since November of 2003, I would rarely and randomly get subject to migraines. For me, it would be I couldn't see through one side of my face, half my vision would be blurred, and I would be nauseous. I would have pretty much this side of my head would be in constant throbbing pain. Seriously, if I didn't seek medical attention, I would have been incapacitated for at least 7 hours. And it was actually back when I was part of the Cedar Arts Center production of Hairspray. It was a Sunday matinee performance. And I just woke up and boom, migraine headache. At that point, I'm thinking, and at that point, I was trying to train for, the Wine Glass Marathon for the first time. And I'm thinking, okay, the fact that, I'm getting migraine headaches even now, because this was August of 2014. The last migraine I had, November of 2009. So when I say rarely and random, I do mean rarely and random. So the fact that I'm still getting a headache like this means something's wrong. And then it kind of attributed to how I physically looked. I mean, again, I didn't look bad necessarily. Like, I could still, like, look down and still see my toes, but it didn't really look that great either. To put things into perspective, since August of 2014, as of right now, I've lost 95 pounds. Which, to a lot of people, that's pretty darn good. However, it was actually a lot more. And this is when it actually gets kind of bad. I actually had lost so much weight at one point that it got to be pretty dangerous. Really dangerous. Like, I never really thought I'd say this, but I had to get help. And getting help ended up being more of a double-edged sword for me. Because on the one hand, it did, in a really bad way, set me straight. And I met some extraordinary people. One such extraordinary person gave me this. Yep, this little guy right here. I got from a very special someone during that time. I don't know if you're watching, but love you, sis. Now, it set me straight and it got me better. But the double-edged sword part comes in the form of it actually hurt my relationship with my family a lot more than it helped it. And I can't believe I'm probably saying this too much in the video, right? But to put things into perspective, not 3 weeks and 3 days before my grandfather died. Yes, that grandfather, the one I expressed my sadness about his passing back in January of this year. The one who died on January 21st. So 3 weeks and 3 days, making it December 28th, 2019, aka my 30th birthday. He actually expressed his disappointment in all of it. Yeah, word of advice, if you know for a fact you're on death's door and, you know, the end is near, it's probably not a good idea to do something like that, as it's going to ruin the relationship you have with your family members before you die. To be honest, as sad as I was when my grandfather did finally pass on, I could have been a lot sadder. He pretty much ruined my 30th birthday. So, yeah. I mean, it was a good birthday, all things considered, but, you know, you don't want to have that happen to you on your birthday. Let's be real here. Through it all, though, I figured out one thing, and that's this. No one in your life is ever going to tell you how to be happy. You need to figure that out for yourself. It could come in the form of looking a lot better than you do. It could come in the form of meeting good people in your life who care about you. It could be both of those things, actually. It really could come in the form of anything. Taking up a hobby, perhaps. You know, finding a new interest. Something that can, you know, give you that spark of, you know, optimism and creativity. And, well, for me, it actually comes in the form of doing these videos every day. Yeah. Because one word of advice I got back when I got myself some help is that you need to take one day at a time. Funny enough, when I first started doing videos, I was basically just doing that whole, like, doing the whole Band Geeks thing from SpongeBob, like, day 2, day 3, day, like, that's pretty much how I title the videos the way I do. But, you know, in a way, I've been doing that all along. So, am I ever really going to be truly happy in life? Probably not. I mean, let's be honest, 1,000 things have to absolutely go right for anyone to be truly happy. In fact, some people probably just have it and only have simple things. Some people could have lots of things and not be happy at all. You know, it's a matter of perspective. Now, I can definitely tell you that I am happier now than I was, you know, several years ago, back when I had gotten myself some help. And I'm definitely a lot happier than, you know, since before August of 2014 when, you know, my weight loss journey began. So, there's that. Again, I decided to just take one day at a time and, you know, again, do something that can help spark optimism and creativity. These videos, for instance. And, you know, nothing else. One thing that getting help could never take away from me, because remember, I did say this was sort of a double-edged sword, is I did meet some extraordinary people. Again, if this bears any indication. Again, love you, sis. You know, it's been pretty, and again, actually, I forgot what I was going to say, I'm sorry. My point is, I'm trying to, you know, I do try and make myself happy every day, and to be perfectly honest, you know, I'm feeling pretty good right now, actually. That, and plus, after working out this morning, I was so incredibly hot that even after taking a cold shower that I was still feeling like I was on fire. Seriously, like, my air conditioner was turned up to, like, as cold as it could possibly be. And my water, when I took a shower, was pretty much as cold as it could get. And I felt like I was on fire. It felt great, though. Plus, honestly, I think it's a sign that I gotta get back up to the good old Cuca Lake. So, my plan for today is, you know, just relax for a little bit today, be happy, head up to Cuca Lake a little bit later, and even though the people who tried to help me weren't really that great, they did give me some pretty decent advice. And again, one such thing is take one moment at a time. You know, focus on right now. And right now, I just want to, well, finish talking about this before I ramble on too long, and sort of, you know, relax. You know, and again, my life isn't perfect. I mean, I'm 30 years old, and I'm a single dude. I'm kind of a lovesick puppy that way. I mean, personally, I'd rather have what I had now than before all this whole thing began. I mean, at least I would hope that a girl would like me a lot more that I look like this now than, you know, back when I was, like, not looking good. So, yeah, I'm hanging in there pretty well. And let's be real here, with everything bad going on in the world, you know, COVID-19, all the George Floyd related protests, all that stuff, talking about this actually felt kind of, I hope I'm using this word right, it felt cathartic. It feels cathartic talking about this. It feels, I don't think I'm using the right word at all. It feels good though. It feels good I'm expressing this. It's actually sort of removing a metaphorical weight off of my back. And hey, at least I got to talk about it now. I just realized. It's day 888. I say this because some of you might actually know at what point I did try and get myself some help. And if you actually look back to way back then, it was day 222 when I said, let's make it to day 888. So here we are. And I'm glad I could express this now. So, I'm feeling pretty good. And here's hoping I keep this up for a long time to come. So, like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, some of those get on YouTube. I'm very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I hope we all have a wonderful Saturday. And remember, you guys on our taco channel is going to be here to lend here. And always have your back. Take care. And make good choices. Bye. Seriously, to my sister, my metaphorical sister, I love you. And to this day, this bear is one of the reasons why I smile. Take care.